I'm Amy Fox, Product Director of Blis, and I'll be talking about good versus bad location data and why accurate location-based intelligence is so valuable and so exciting. But first, a little bit about Blis. We're a leading and global location-powered analytics and advertising partner. We use location data to help brands understand, reach, and engage consumers globally, mapping their real-world behavior to deliver measurable results. The key to all of this is valuable location data. If a brand or a media agency is interested in leveraging location strategies with any partner, it's really important that they ask the right questions about how they approach filtering out bad location data, for example. In-house technology that is able to accurately detect and remove bad data is absolutely critical for any player in the location space. So, how can you tell the difference between good and bad location data? Firstly, you need to start by looking at where the data is sourced, and key to this is GPS. GPS data is highly regarded as the most reliable location signal, largely because it is sourced directly from the GPS chip in a phone's hardware, and it can be accurate up to 5 meters. Think the data that's used by your Uber Maps, your Uber app, or maybe your mapping apps. To access the GPS chip in your phone, an app must have explicit permission from the user. I'm sure you're all familiar with those pop-up consent pages that you have to say yes to when you first download an app. If the user doesn't allow the app access to location data from the phone, then the publisher cannot use GPS data in any way. Because of the increased CPM value often associated with location data, some publishers have unfortunately developed alternative means to estimate a user's location data when they don't have access to GPS data. And none of those are good enough to use for precise location targeting. But how can you tell when this is happening? GPS data comes in the form of latitude and longitude coordinates. Each extra decimal in a set of lat longs is equivalent to an additional 10 meters in accuracy, and best practice in our industry is to use lat longs that have 4 or more decimal places. This is accurate to around 11 meters. Some publishers, however, round up their lat longs, which in fact reduces their precision. It might look like a person's in a gym when in fact they really are 100 meters, 200 meters down the road in a McDonald's, a very different audience. We view any latitude or longitude with 3 or fewer decimal places not precise enough to be considered good location data. There are other inconsistencies that are the hallmarks of bad location data, and some examples of these could be lat-long signals that correspond perfectly with points known to be centroids by the large IP to location databases, lat-long signals that form suspicious grid-like patterns perfectly mapped out across a city or a country, and lat-long points that see an unreasonably high volume of data trafficking through them, often a single square meter seeing millions of impressions in a single day. All data that conforms to these patterns should immediately be removed from any location data set, as they are accurate at best only to city level. As you can see, there is a lot of bad data to contend with. As any brand or agency representative, it is really important that you understand this in order to make sure you can ask the right questions of any potential location partner and their machine-led verification technology that they should be using. Now, once you know that you are working with accurate data, you can really start to explore all of your options for how to use location technology to its best. Location data can work for a brand in a variety of ways. Not only is it really useful to reach a consumer within a catchment area of a particular store, for example, within a 10-minute walk time, but when repeated visits over a longer period of time can be joined together using mobile advertising IDs, location data can also be used to build segments of consumers who have historically visited a particular brand or store. This historical view of location data is very powerful, as a brand can define time, recency, and frequency of visits to build a really precise and relevant audience to target. Not only that, but location data is the most accurate indicator of real behavior and intent at scale versus any other kind of data. This is because location data tells us exactly what people are going to do or what they do, as opposed to what they say they might do. For example, you may spend a lot of time browsing high-end fashion magazines, but a physical visit to a high-end clothing retailer like Gucci is a much stronger indicator of purchase intent. I do hope that this short video has helped provide you with an understanding of the complexities and, more importantly, the value of understanding good versus bad location data, and how with accurate location intelligence you can effectively target and engage your customers at exactly the right time, in the right place, and with the right message to drive the best results. Please do get in touch with us at hello@blis.com if you would like to know more.